Hello everyone. Welcome once again to English Valentine English. I have a big surprise tonight. Very beautiful girl. I met her on social media. Larissa, she's a polyglot, and we would like to talk about today how to learn English. So, Larissa, welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. First of all, thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I'm Larissa Nzal. I'm from Angola. I'm 25 years old. I live in France, and I moved to France as a student. I can speak three languages fluently. They are Portuguese, English, and French, and I am currently learning Spanish. So I am a beginner in Spanish.
Yeah, but I think if you know how to speak Portuguese is gonna be very easy for
Yeah.
you to learn how to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
How long have you been learning Spanish?
It's been around I think 2 months. Yeah, but consistently it's been 1 month.
Very good. What is your motivation to learn Spanish?
It's just because I love the language. I love listening to songs in Spanish, especially songs with Sebastian Yatra songs.
Yeah,
I really enjoy listening to his songs, and I also would like to connect with Spanish speakers. Yeah.
very good. So you are a polyglot, and where did you learn English? What is your native language?
My native language is Portuguese.
It's Portuguese.
In Angola, we speak Portuguese.
You speak Portuguese, and
Mhm.
where did you learn English?
So, my story with English goes way back to my childhood because I lived in the US when I was a child for a couple of years. So, I was exposed to English from an early age. And even when I went back to my country, Angola, I kept listening to the language, practicing with my family because my parents and all my siblings speak English. So, we created this English environment at home. Yeah.
Back in Angola.
Yes, because
Very good. And how about French?
so when it comes to French, I took French classes because I needed to travel to France in order to apply to university, and yeah, I took classes. Yeah, for a few months, I think around 8 months. Yeah, but I became fluent when I came here. Very really fluent when I came.
What do you mean? What do you mean when I came here? Where do you live?
I live in France
Ah,
right now.
you live in France now. Oh, very good. And are you going to stay in France or you
Um,
want to come back to Angola?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Let's see what the future holds for me.
How
Yeah.
long have you been in France?
I've been here for 3 years.
For 3 years.
Yeah,
Could
three
you
years,
speak?
months.
Could you speak French before you got there?
Yes, yes, a bit of French, but when I came here, the French from let's just say the French from school and French from real life is very different. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Let's just say there is a lot of slang, a lot of particular expressions they use that you listen to when you are once you come here in France, but you don't learn that at school. So this is the difference, and also the speed, the way French native speakers speak. It's very different from what I learned at the center.
Was your teacher from France when you were learning French?
Sorry.
Well, your teacher. Okay, when
No,
you were learning French, where
no,
was your teacher from?
he was from Congo.
Ah, he was from Congo.
Please, yeah.
So, do you think now that he knew how to speak French, or did he know only French grammar? What do you think?
Uh,
That's a difficult question.
yeah, it's a tricky one to answer. She or he does speak French, but I believe that that he doesn't know a lot of, for example, idioms from here, slang from here. Even if he can come here, is going to be quite surprised, and he's going to misunderstand a lot of
Yeah.
expressions. Yeah, it's
So,
time
and
until.
what do you think? Okay, when we learn a language at home, like I'm from the Dominican Republic, suppose I'm learning French there, then do I have to learn the language or do I have to learn about the culture first? What do you think? Culture and language, because sometimes we know how to speak the language, but we
Mhm.
don't know anything about the culture.
So I think that we need to learn both in
Both.
order to create a better connection with the language, with the country. Perhaps one day we are going to have the opportunity to travel to that country. So it's better to learn both.
Yes, I know how to speak French too,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't go to school to speak French. And I know how to speak German and Italian, and I didn't go to school. I just worked as a tour guide
Mm-hmm.
in my country, and I acquired the language.
Yeah, this is
So
oh, this is
that's the way.
the person is willing to put in the effort, put in the work. We can learn a new language from, let's just say, anywhere, no matter where we are, as long as we have access to the internet.
What
That's
do you what do you think? Like, we see so many people on TikTok. We see so many people on Instagram, everywhere,
mm-hmm,
and everybody wants to learn English. They say, "I want to learn English,"
mm-hmm.
and they are listening to many teachers. I think everybody's teaching English nowadays. I think everybody became English teacher on TikTok, right? What do you recommend as a polyglot? You have an excellent English pronunciation and French. So you speak Portuguese. What do you recommend? What could they do if they really want to learn how to speak English? Who should they listen to? What do you think?
I believe that they should listen to native English speakers. Like they need to find let's say a TV show, a movie, something they don't mind listening to or watching every single day, and start consuming this content. Because since there are a lot of teachers, some things can be a bit confusing to them. So I think that the most reasonable thing to do is listening to native English speakers in order to understand or to learn the real life English. Yeah.
What? Okay, good. Now sometimes I go live on TikTok, and I see many teachers, so we talk. And some of them say we should learn grammar first. They focus on learning grammar, a lot of grammar.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk, no, yeah, if you don't learn grammar, you won't learn how to speak the language. What should we focus on first? Grammar, phrases, or listening? How did you learn English? So, like, for example, so many people, they want to speak English, but some of them, they know a lot of grammar and then they don't know how to speak, or they say, I understand, I can read, I can write, but I can't speak the language. What do you think the problem is?
For those who want to learn a language, I think that it all starts with listening and reading out loud. Because if you don't listen to the language, if you're not able to comprehend the information you are absorbing, you will not be able to produce the language. Okay, because speaking is just the reproduction of what you have already heard. So we need to start listening, and so our brain can get used to the language, to the sounds, to the intonation, the speed, and the different aspects of the language. And when it comes to grammar, I don't believe that grammar is the foundation to speaking a language. I think that people should not focus on grammar, okay, especially at the beginning. They need to focus on speaking, listening, and speaking what they hear, even if they make mistakes. They need to do that. And let's just say, then step by step, they're going to correct themselves and learn grammar, because fluency doesn't come from grammar, it comes from speaking practice. So we speak first, and grammar comes later in order to organize and structure your sentences. That's what I think about it.
Very good. And they say listen to podcasts, listen to TV show, listen to music. But my question is, if you don't know anything, okay, I don't know anything about English, and then I want to learn English, and then you're telling me listen to podcasts, listen to music, listen to native English speakers.
Mm-hmm.
But what kind of music or what kind of learning material am I supposed to watch to listen to? So then, what do you recommend?
So if they don't understand anything, I recommend start, let's just say, watching simple content such as cartoons in English, because the way they speak on the cartoons is pretty simple, and over time, even if you are an adult, you can start understanding, and your brain will start creating associations, okay, with the language.
You mean with flash cars and cartoons and that's
Yeah.
what you mean?
Yes, your brain will start comprehending the language, because this is how we acquire a language. Yeah,
When should we start speaking English? Should we wait or should we start speaking from day one? What do you recommend?
from day one, if you can, just
Yeah.
listen and repeat. Even if you don't understand, it's important to repeat in order to get used to the language. Because if you wait until you get or become perfect, it's not gonna work. Yeah.
Okay, I say all the time that we can't start speaking from day one. Like I learned like I just I think we should learn like a couple of phrases. For example, if I say good morning, hello, good morning,
Mm-hmm.
hello, good morning, hello, good morning.
Yeah.
So that is from the one we need to listen to good morning, and use that's English. Or maybe I like to study like I take just a piece of paper and I say like I write here tea, coffee, and I start talking to myself saying, coffee, I like coffee. Tea, I like tea. Hamburgers, I like hamburgers. Do you like hamburgers? Like very, very, very easy thing. What about uh what about accent? Like many people say, oh, I want to have a British accent. I
Mm-hmm.
want to have an American accent. I want to have this accent. What should we focus on? Pronunciation or accent?
I think we should focus on pronunciation. We need to focus on pronunciation, because we cannot get rid of our accent 100%, because this is just the way we speak, and that we are not native English speakers. So the most important thing is to pronounce the words clearly and correctly. People need to understand what you are saying, because overall, language is just a tool for communication. So, but if you have a goal to sound like a native English speaker, that is your goal, and we cannot, let's just say, stop you.
Yeah, but I think that is kind of weird. Yes?
It's a bit weird, because if a native speakers listen to you, they're going to notice right away. No, you're not from here. Yeah, you're not a native English speaker. Yeah, but
Yes, I agree. It's like, for example, I'm from the Dominican Republic. I speak
mm-hmm,
Spanish and I live in Spain.
mm-hmm,
So we do understand each other, and I keep my accent because I think my accent is my identity,
yeah,
and my accent tells where I'm coming from. It's like you are from Angola, right? And
mm-hmm,
you speak Portuguese, that is your
mm-hmm,
native language.
yeah.
Is there any difference between Brazilian Portuguese and Portuguese from Portugal? Is different?
Yeah, our accent is different. The way we speak is different, and there are also a lot of words in terms of vocabulary that are different. But we can understand each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's there are so many accents. I think in
Mhm.
English
Yeah.
more
Even
than
US, for example, depending on the city, I think that the accent also varies depending on the city.
I think it happens with all languages
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
like if I speak Spanish, of course, and then if I go to Colombia, Venezuela, Uruguay, Ecuador,
Yeah.
Nicaragua, we all speak Spanish, but we have different accents, and I
Mhm.
think that is what makes language beautiful. It
Mhm.
makes the accent or the different accents make languages beautiful. That's what I think.
Yeah, and even in the same country, we can find people who speak a different way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. So you say we should focus on pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
So there are so many people say, "Oh, yes, but it's difficult for me. I have nobody to speak with in my country. There is no American. What should I do? What do you recommend?"
These
Like,
people just like making up excuses. I believe that when you really want to achieve something in your life, you really need to put your mind to it. So they need to stop making up excuses, stop doing things in order to get results that they want. If you don't have anyone to practice with, this is not, let's just say, an obstacle. You can start talking to yourself. Talk to yourself, for example, about your day. You can describe things that you do, that you are doing. You can talk about your plans, what you want to do, what you are doing now. You can also try to ask and answer questions as if you were giving, for example, an interview. Talk to yourself in front of a mirror, or even try to find people online in order to practice with them. So there are a lot of options, and we also have AI to practice with us. So I believe it's not an excuse. Mm, yeah. The pleasure was mine. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I feel honored. Oh, thank you. Say bye.